Hello everyone. Today I will be present on the topic the role of education in hard times and its critique of Victorian pedagogy. Here is academic information, table of content, and introduction to hard times and Victorian pedagogy. Uh, uh, Hard Times for This Time, this novel written by Charles Dickens in 1854. Charles Dickens' Hard Times critique the Industrial Revolution and its influence on Victorian society and education. The novel is set in the fictional Coketown, symbolizing industrial capitalism and utilitarian values. Victorian pedagogy prioritized factual knowledge, disregarding creativity and emotional development. This is a research question. How does Dickens critique Victorian utilitarian education in hard times, and what are its implications for contemporary pedagogy? Hypothesis: Dickens present Victorian education as dehumanizing and inadequate, advocating for a balanced approach that integrates imagination and emotional intelligence. Victorian pedagogy in hard times. Victorian education aimed to produce obedient workers, emphasizing practicality over individuality. Influenced by utilitarian philosophy, it's prioritized sexual knowledge and social conformity. Dickens critiqued this mechanistic system through Gradgrind's rigid school model. The utilitarian education system emphasize on utilitarian education emphasize on fact over fancy and fact-based learning, suppressing creativity and critical thought. Thomas Gradgrind philosophy reflects the dehumanizing effect of utilitarian pedagogy. The rigid system reduces individuals to cogs in the industrial machines. Importance of Victorian education on characters. Louisa granted emotionally stunned by fact-based education, struggle with moral and personal choice. While from granted, a lack of ethical ground leads to selfishness and moral failure. Sissy Jupe, her imaginative upbringing highlight the benefits of a balanced education. Education and the Industrial Revolution. Victorian education mirrored the efficiency-driven industrial economy. Schools become factories of conformity, where industriality and creativity were suppressed. Dickens critiqued the reduction of human being to functional unit of productivity. Dickens critique imagination versus fact. Dickens combines imagination as vital for emotional and moral growth. Characters like Sissy Jupe embody holistic education, integrating creativity with practicality. A grand system, selfish human potential, under crossing the dangers of prioritizing fact over emotions. Social and moral implications. Gradgrind's rigid system creates emotionally void individuals like Louisa and Thomas, unable to connect with others. Dickens critique the broader societal impact of industrializations, where dehumanizing and moral decay are rampant. The failure of the system called for a re-evaluation of education as a tool for moral and emotional growth. Relevance of Dickens critique today. Contemporary debates about standardized education and the overemphasis on STEAM field echo Dickens critique. Modern pedagogy should balance academic rigor with emotional intelligence and creativity. Dickens' call for holistic education is increasingly relevant in a global technology-driven world. Conclusion. Dickens' Hard Times offer a time critique of utilitarian education and its societal repressions. The novel advocates for a balanced approach, emphasizing emotional, moral, and intellectual growth. By integrating imagination with practicality, education can foster well-rounded, compassionate individuals. These are the references, and thank you. If anyone has questions, they can ask.
My question is, can the education system in hard times be seen as a metaphor for the dehumanization caused by industrialization?
Yes, in hard times, the education system is shown as a strict and focused only on fact, which takes away the creativity and emotion of the students. These mirror the way industrialization treat workers like machines, where they are seen only for their ability to produce, not for their humanity. This rigid education system led by Mr. Gradgrind turns students into mechanical learner. Uh, just like how factories make people like machines.
Okay, my question is, what lessons can modern educators from Dickens' critique of Victorian pedagogy?
A modern educator can learn to balance fact with creativity, emotional growth, and moral values. Dickens show the harm of ignoring imagination and feeling in education. A balanced approach can help students grow into well-rounded individuals, not just fact learners. Thank you.